ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 63, verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we studied how Aniruddha, he was kidnapped by Chitralekha and then he was bound by Nagapash, by Banasura. So he is in the prison for a long time. Now this chapter describes how Sri Krishna will go and release him. So Sri Shuka Vacha Apashyatam cha niruddham tadbandhunam cha bharata chatvaro varshika masa vyatiyuran shochatam. So he says that not seeing Aniruddha, the relatives of Aniruddha, they passed 5 months while searching for him, looking for him, in a state of grief, not knowing what to do. Where has he gone? So this is how their time passed. So he says here 4, but it seems it was actually 6 months. So there is no comment, no, there is one. So Sri Vishnu Chakravarti says, Jitabhyam Jvara Rudrabhyam Sanstutau Bana Bahubhit Sanaptrikah Purim Pragat Triyukshashti Tame Harihi. So in this 63rd chapter, there is a description that how Krishna, he went and he defeated Rudra, that is Shiva, that is because there is going to be a fight, and also the fever, which Rudra has released a type of fever, like COVID came here in the world and everybody was having fever. So some Rudra also released Jvara like that. But Krishna had vaccine, so he subdued the fever and also subdued Shiva. So then both of them, they prayed to Krishna. And he is called Bana Bahubhit. He also cut the arms of Banasura, 996 of them. Only 4 remained. And then he came back to Dwarkapuri along with his grandson Aniruddha and a new bride. So this is the description in this chapter. Jeshtho Jeshtadishan Maseshu api Vyatiteshu Chatvaro Varshika iti Varshika iti artha. So he comments that actually there were 6 months which passed because this happened on the Dwadasi. Remember they said that the dream came because there was a blessing from Parvati that on Dwadasi day you will see, and that was Vaishak. So Jyeshtha, Ashadh, Shravan, Bhadra, Ashwin, and then Kartik. That's when he came back. So he says that although it is 6 months, but Chatvara Masa, there is a 4 months of rainy season, not anymore. But previously there were 4 months of rains. Now 2 is enough. So they are called Chaturmasa. So he says, along with Chaturmasa, which was part of these 6 months, then he returned. So Narada tadupakarnyam vartam baddhasya karma cha prayayu shonitpuram vishnaya krishna devataha. So how did they get the news? Narada Rishi. He is the news carrier, the news reporter. So he came and he informed Krishna that your grandson, he is captured by Banasura, and he also explained what happened, how he fought and defeated everybody, but Banasura bound him. So hearing this, Krishna left for Shonitpur along with all the Vrishnis. So Krishna Devata, Vrishnis, whose chief is Krishna. So they all arrived there in Shonitpur. So tattasya anuruddhasya karma cha yuddhadikam. So the word karma here refers to the activities, that is means he fought and so on. So pradyumno yuyudhanascha gadah sambhavat sharanah nanda apunanda bhadradya ramakrishnanu vartinah. So he describes who were all the people who went there. So there was Nanda, Upananda, Bhadra, Rama, Krishna, Anuvartana. So these were all followers. So these are not Nanda, Upananda of Braj. These are probably some brothers of Krishna, because he also had many brothers. So Nanda, Upananda, Bhadra, and they are all followers of Ram Krishna. And then along with that there is Pradyumna, Yudhana. Yudhana is Satyaki. It's mentioned in the first chapter. Satyaki is Chaparajita. So that is Yudhana. And Gada. Gada is also Krishna's brother. That's why sometimes Krishna is called Gadagraja. Elder to Gada is Krishna. Samba is his son. Sarana is probably another son. Nanda, Upananda may be also his sons. Don't know. So Akshoni Bhir Dwadash Bhi Sameta Sarvato Disham Rudhurbana Nagaram Samantat Satvatar Shabha. So they went there with 12 Akshoni army. So huge amount of army went there. In Mahabharata there were 11 Akshoni from the Kaurava side, 7 from the Pandava, total 18. So he alone is going with 12. And they went and they surrounded the capital of Banasura from all sides. Rurudhu Bana Nagaram, that is Shonitpura, Samantat Satvatarshava. So these best of the Satvatas, and fighting is their pleasure. So they all went there. How they make arrangement for food and everything, that I cannot understand. So many people moving with animals, elephants, horses. They eat a lot. And then human beings. And if somebody falls sick, doctors, medicine, Ayurvedic doctors, herbs, all this is needed. When they get wounded, you have to take care. So big arrangement to move such a big army. So there is no comment on this. So Bhajyamana Purodhyana Prakarattala Gopuram Prekshamano Rusavishtas Tulle Sennei Abhiniryayo. So what did they do? They went and started demolishing everything. That's what army is. That these days you drop bombs and smash things. So there were no bombs like that. So they uprooted the gardens, broke the walls of the city, Prakara, Attala Gopuram, the high rises, gateways, everything they started smashing. So Banasura, he saw all this. Prekshamana is seeing, and therefore he became very angry. He did not describe that the flag fell down, but now you know that the flag is already broken. Must have broken only when Aniruddha came, but if there was anything remaining, they would have broken it. So then he also arranged for army. And how much army he had? He also had 12 Lakshmana. So he sent a drone to check how much army they have. And it counted and gave the report that it's 12 Lakshmana. So he says, I will not bring more, I will also bring 12. Because that's fair. So therefore he says, Tulya Sanyo Abhiniryayo. So he came out from the main gate with equal amount of army. And where is the place for so many people? So there is a zero comment on these slokas. You don't need anyway. Banarthe Bhagwan Rudra Sasutai Pramathair Vritaha Aruya Nandi Vrishabham Yudhe Rama Krishna Yoho. So now because Banasura is coming, and if you remember earlier, Banasura had pleased Shiva, and when Shiva asked him that take some boon from me, so he said that the boon for you is that boon you please give me that you protect my city. So Shiva agreed, right? Purapalaka, that is the word he asked. So now, if that is the boon, so he has to come and fight. How he is going to protect when the enemy is there and he doesn't go for fighting? So Shiva also came out. So this you have to be careful what boon you give to people. So Banarthe Bhagwan Rudra, he is also called Bhagwan here because he is also avatar. So Rudras, and he came along with his family members. So he has 2 sons, but plural is used, I don't know why, Sasutai. So along with, well, he becomes plural, combine him. So he has 2 sons, Kartikeya and Ganesh. So Ganesh also came on his mouse, jumping. You have to be quite low, fighting on the mouse. And the other one has a peacock flying in the sky. One is completely on the ground, one is up in the sky. So Kartikeya, his carrier is a peacock. And Ganesh, everybody knows his mouse. And Shiva is on his bull, Nandi Maharaj. So Aruya Nandi Vrishbham. So he rode on the bull called Nandi. And Shiva was also coming with his own army. So Pramathgana. All the Yaksha, Rakshasa, Kinnara, Kusmanda, so Pramatha, all these people came along with him. And all are very excited to fight. Tamasic people like that, creating trouble. So they came and they fought with Krishna and Balaram. Asita satumalam yuddham adbhutam romaharshanam Krishna sankarayo rajan pradyumna guhyorapi. So this was a very tumultuous fight, most wonderful, by seeing which your hair will stand on end, romaharshana. So fearsome. So Krishna was fighting with Shiva. This is probably the only occasion that there is a fight between Krishna and Shiva. So Shiva is a great devotee, but now to protect his devotee, he is ready to fight with his own master. So that's what happens. That means disciple is more dear than Guru. And Pradyumna Guhyorapi. And Pradyumna was fighting with Guha, that is name of Kartikeya. And Kubhanda Kupakarnabhyam Balena Saha Sanyuga. Then there are 2 associates of Shiva, their name is Kumbhanda and Kupakarna. Kupakarna means he has ears like well. And Kumbhanda, Bhanda is pot. So these 2 are fighting with Balaram. And Sambasya Banaputrena, and Samba, Krishna's son, was fighting with son of Banasura. And Banena Saha Satyakai. And Satyaki was fighting with Banasura. So this is the arrangement. Who is fighting with whom? So Brahmadaya Suradhisha Munaya Siddhacharanaha Gandharvapsarso Yaksha Vimane Drashtumagaman. So when there is a battle going on between 2 countries, then people are all glued to the television to see what is happening. Of course, these days battle happens more not face to face, but here people are fighting physically against each other. So a lot of people came to see this, including Brahma. Brahma also got the news. So he also rode on his swan, came down, and Indra, Suradhisha, Varuna, all these devas, they came down to see this most extraordinary battle. Never happened anything like. Siddhas, Charnas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Yakshas. So they all came in their aeroplanes. So everybody up in the sky watching from there. You have to be in a safe place. Otherwise you can also get the shot. So Banartham, so he's commenting on verse number 6. Put in the wrong place on these comments. So why did he fight for Bana? He said, Tad dusanga dosa vyanjanartham iti bhava. Why is it said that Shankara, Shiva was fighting for the sake of Banasura? It is to show that how bad association brings bad effect. So Shiva was associating with Asura, so now he has to pay the price for that. Bhagavan iti sarvagyopi, he is called Bhagavan Rudra. So Bhagavan, he says, Bhagavan means that he is omniscient, still he is fighting. So why is he doing it? If he is omniscient, why is he doing it? He should have refused. Or he should have said, I am not feeling well. Or I am doing some anushthan, I have to do my japa. It's not the time for fighting. So he says no. So he also had higher intention. He says Swaparabhavena Banam Anyanscha Tan Mahimanam Darshitumiti Bhava. So he wanted to show the greatness of Krishna. Therefore he fought and he got defeated. So then he established how great is Krishna. And Banasura can also know that. Then Banasura will not try to mess around because he knows who is Shiva. And if Shiva is getting defeated by Krishna, then obviously how great is he. And this is Krishna's grandson. So then he will be happy to release him and marry his daughter. So Bhagavato Yuddha Utsaha Sukha Sampadanartham Narlilatve api Samadhi Ramadi Avatarto Valakshanyena Sarvotkarsha Khyapnartham. He also fought it to give pleasure to Krishna so that he can enjoy some battle also. Yuddha Utsaha Sukha Sampadanartham. And although this is Rāsa-līlā of Krishna, but to establish that this Rāsa-līlā of Krishna is superior even to all other avatars, including Lord Ramachandra. Ramachandra fought, but he did not fight with Shiva. He worshipped Shiva before crossing the ocean. So Ramadi Avatarato Valakshanyena Sarvotkarsha Khyapnartham. So to show that Krishna is superior to everybody. So this is the importance of Bhagavatam. So we already saw that Brahma came and he got defeated. We also saw Indra got defeated. Now these three are great people, Brahma, Shiva, Indra. So now Shiva was still remaining. So Shiva comes now. So therefore it is to establish that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. 10th canto. because there is nobody who could surpass him. So his Leela is like that. So therefore he says, Leela Shakti Prerita Yog Maya Eva Brahmanam Eva Tamapi Tadiyanam Api Visheshto Mohaya Masa Eva. So he says it is the Leela Shakti of Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, who has put, or rather Yog Maya, which is impelled by the Leela Shakti, to put Shiva into illusion so that he could fight, just as she has done to Brahma. Because Brahma is knower of the Vedas, so how is that he did not know? So that is because of the Yoga Maya. So Leela Shakti Prerita Yoga Maya eva Brahmanam api tam api tadiyan api visheshto mohayamasa. So Leela Shakti Prerita, being impelled by Leela Shakti, Yoga Maya puts illusion. The devotees are also put into illusion, so they do not understand that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. So that's what she did. Ateva uktam bhaktirasāmit sindho brahma rudradi mohanam tina vinaschaho. So therefore it is said in Bhaktirasāmit Sindhu that Krishna, he bewilders Brahma, Rudra and all others. So now he is describing who are the associates, followers of Shiva, who are fighting there. So Shankara Anuchara Chaurir Bhuta Pramatha Guhiyakan Dak Niryatu Dhanansya Vetalansa Vinayakan Pretamatri Pisachansya Kushmandan Brahma Rakshashan Dravyamasa Tikshnagrai Sarai Saranga Dhanaschutaihi. So Sri Krishna, he was attacking the followers of Shiva, and these are the various groups of these followers. So Pramatha, Guhyaka, Dakini, Yatudhana, Vetala, Vinayaka, Preta, Matri, Pishacha, Kusmanda, Brahma Rakshasa. So these are the various categories of Krishna's associates who are around him. Bhuta, Preta, Kusmanda, Vinayaka, Brahma Rakshasa, Pramatha, Guhyaka, Dakini, Sakini, all these. Sab, everybody. Ladies also. Dakini, Shakini, Matri also. These are all ladies also fighting. So they all came and Krishna, he attacked them. Saranga Dhanaschutai, the arrows which were being shot. Generally you see Krishna only attacking with the Sudarshan Chakra, but he is now shooting arrows from his Saranga Dhanush. And the sharp arrows, they are wounding all these people and they are running away. So he is not killing them, because he knows that these are devotees of Krishna, but he is making them run away from the battlefield. Prithag vidhani prayuktam pinakyastrani sharangine pratyastrai shamyamasha sharanga pani ravishmitaha. Then Shiva, because Shiva is fighting with Krishna, but he is not the only one, he is also surrounded all these people. So all these people, they ran away, being attacked by Krishna. So now Shiva is holding the ground. So Shiva's bow is called Pinaki. Therefore one name of Shiva is Pinakin. And Krishna's bow is called Sharang. So he is called Sharangi. So they both are using their various types of missiles and testing each other. So he throws one missile, the other one blocks it. Then Shiva throws one missile, Krishna blocks it. Krishna is only defending, it's not attacking. So it is Shiva who is throwing various types of astras, and Krishna is just diffusing all of them without any problem, avismita, no effort involved. Brahmastrasya cha brahmastram, vayavyasya cha parvatam, agneyasya cha parjanyam, nejam pashupatasya cha. So he is giving a list of various missiles which are released. Like these days, there is a war, India, Pakistan, so various types of missiles were released. BrahMos, right? Pakistan said Gajni, so India was sending BrahMos there. So these are most extraordinary weapons. Generally you don't see these names. It's like you don't use nuclear weapons immediately. You start with small ones, send drones. But here it starts with nuclear weapon. So Brahmastra is a nuclear weapon. We know that from first canto of Bhagavatam, Aswathama was using that on Arjuna. So Shankara, Shiva, he released Brahmastra. Brahmastra can be counteracted only by Brahmastra. Nothing else works on it. So Krishna also threw another Brahmastra. And he has told this to Arjuna also. When Aswathama released Brahmastra, the whole universe was filled with fire. Like if you know what happened when these nuclear bombs were dropped by America in Japan, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. All big fire all around. Everything gets burnt. So that's what happened. So at that time Krishna told to Arjuna that you know Brahmastra, release it and make it calm. So he is doing himself also. Brahmastra sacha Brahmastram. Brahmastra was diffused by another Brahmastra. Then Shiva released Vayavyastra, air, heavy storm, like big storm, or what they call, it's usually come in tornadoes. They keep every year in America, Florida side. So now comes the tornado. So then Krishna, he released mountain astra. So you bring tornado, I'll make a big mountain in front of it. It cannot do anything to it. So your tornado goes back. Then he released fire, Agni astra. Krishna brought rain, Parjanya astra, heavy rain. So no fire. Then Shiva's most famous astra is Pashupata astra, which Arjuna also had. So now that is very difficult to counteract. Turn on this. So the most powerful weapon is Narayanastra. Narayanastra, there is no counteract. There is nothing which can counteract Narayanastra. If Narayanastra is released, the only solution is that you fold your hand and touch your head to the ground. Then it will spare you. Aswathama has released it in Mahabharata. And Arjuna was standing to fight. Krishna says, no, don't do that. Just go on the ground and fold your hand and pay respect, then it will go away. Because no one can, who will counteract Narayanastra? So Pashupata, Brahmastra, Vayu, these are all astras of various gods. And this is astra of Krishna himself. It's like Sudarshan Chakra, who can counteract that? Nobody. So when Shiva released his own Pashupatastra, then Krishna threw the Narayanastra and demolished it. So then finally Krishna thought that this guy is not going to stop, I better do something. So what he did, he sent a sleep astra, that it will put you to sleep. You'll start yawning. It is called Jrimbhastra, yawning astra. Right? Sometimes you are in the class and you are yawning, or you are sleeping. That is the sleep astra. Class is also sleep astra. Right? Some people fall asleep in class. So mohitva tu girisham jrimbhastrena jrimbhitam banasya pratanam shaurir jaghana ashigadeshubhi. So then what he did, that he put Shiva into a state of sleep. It's like he started yawning.
Just a small question. This when Arjuna will cause Bhishma and everybody to faint during Agyatavas, that is also same?
That is Mohanastra.
Okay. That will do Murcha.
That is not yawning, you just fall asleep. Go in Susupti. So he says that he released his Jrimbhanastra and Girisha or Shiva. So Girisham Rida, that is Amarkosh. So he fell into illusion or state of sleep. He started yawning. Now he cannot fight. So then Krishna took that opportunity and he started smashing the army of Banasura. Because he didn't want to kill the associates of Shiva, they ran away. So now Krishna took his sword, his club, and his bow and arrow. With everything, he started just like cutting everybody like the good chef cuts cucumber for the salad. So that's what he was saying. He says, Banasya pratanam shaurir jaghane ashi gadeshubhi. Any commentary on this? So najam naranastram jrimbhanastrena nidrautpadakena jrimbhitam nidritam. So najam means his own astra, and jrimbhanastra is which brings you to sleep. So jrimbhitam means Shiva. He collapsed. He was asking, is there any coffee here? Could not get any coffee, so he just fell asleep. Skanda pradyumana banair adyairardemana samantataha ashrig vimunchan gatrebhya shikhina pukramadranat. So Skanda is another name for Kartikeya. Now Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sainina Nam Aham Skanda. That among the warriors I am Skanda. So now this Skanda, he was bleeding, being wounded by the arrows of Pradyumna. All around his body was wounded and he could not fight. So he told his peacock, let's run away from here. So his peacock flew away. Shikhina pakramadranat. Said there is no chance here. Save our life. Kumbhanda kupakarnascha petaturmuslarditau dudruvustadanikani hatanathani sarvataha. And this Kumbhanda and Kupkarna, so they were fighting with Balram. So Balram got his hammer, Musali, and he was making chutney out of them. He did not kill them, but he broke them nicely. You know, police people, they have a way of hitting you in India at least. They hit you in such a way that no bone will break, so that you cannot prove that you have been hit. But they will torture you. So that's what Balaram was doing. So then they also ran away. So now everybody ran away. They could not face Krishna, Balaram and his army. So Dudruvus Tadanikani, the whole army of Banasura, it ran away. Hatanathani Sarvata, because their masters are, army runs when the army chief is there, the king is there, and now the army chief himself is wounded, runs away. Army is not going to stand there. So they all ran away. And this made Banasura very angry. He says, what is this? So Vishiryamanam Swabalam Drishtva Banoti Amarshana Krishnam Abhidravat Sankhe Rathi Hitvaeva Satyakim. So when Banasur saw that all his army has ran away out of fear of Krishna, Krishna alone was smashing everybody, and Banasura was fighting with Satyaki. So he left Satyaki and he came to fight with Krishna. Because he was very proud, he thought he did not realize that even Shiva and his children, there is no mention of Ganesh here. I don't know if Ganesh came or not, but at least he said his children were there, but his name is not mentioned. Maybe he was too busy eating his laddus. No, Vinayak तो दूसरी क्लास के असुर हैं वो ये वाला विनायक नहीं तो विनायकानी. These are type of associates. So now he comes, and what is he doing? Dhanushi akarsha yugpat बाणः पंचशतानि वै एकैकस्मिन् छरौ द्वौ द्वौ sandadhe रण दुर्मदः. So you know that he has 1000 arms. So how many arrows he can shoot? So he took 500 bows in his 1000 hands. Because with one hand your only thing is try to imagine where are they going to hold this? I mean, so many hands, up, down, I don't know. Just cannot imagine. 500 bows. And on each bow, he put two arrows. From where is he bringing so many arrows? So 1000 arrows. And he released 1000 arrows simultaneously at Krishna. Yugpat. Bana panchashatani vai. Ekakasmin charau dodo. Sandhadhe ran durmada. So what did Krishna do? Tani chicheda bhagwan dhanusi yugpadhari sarthim ratham asvancha hatva shankham puriyat. So he forgot about the arrows, stopping the arrows. He cut all the 500 bows into two. And then what he did? He killed the chariot driver. He killed the horses. He broke the chariot. And now this Banasura is standing with all his 500 broken bows. And then Krishna blew his Panchajanya. He says, what do you think of this now, mister? You want to fight with me? So this is what he did. So at that time, Tanmata Kotra Name Nagna Mukta Shiroruha Puro Avatasthe Krishnasya Putra Prane Ririkshaya. So his mother, whose name is Kotara, she became naked and came running there and stood in front of Krishna to protect his son. So she knew that if I go naked in front of Krishna, then Krishna will close his eyes. Then he cannot fight. So this is called lady power. Even Krishna got defeated. Nothing else worked. There is no power, there is no astra for this.
Ladies are so clever.
Yeah. And then they say that this is weak sex.
They are the strong one.
So therefore he says that she came and stood there. But now he says that this Kotra was not really Banasura's mother. Because Banasura's mother obviously was not at the battlefield. But this is some form of Parvati. Because they are also called Mata, Parvati Mata. And since they were all very devoted, or they were like resolved to give protection to Banasura, that's the word they have given. So they went up to this extent to protect. So he says, Kotara Parvatya eva Murti Datya Upasya Kotri iti cha Anyatra Asya Sangya Rirakshaya. So he says that Kotra is a form of Parvati only. And this form is worshipped by the Daityas. Because we know that when there are Navdurgas, so there are various forms of Durga, 9 forms of Durga are there. They are all form of Parvati only. So there are different ones. There is also a naked one in that. Someone is holding a head in his hand, her hand, with a pot full of blood. Right? That is there. So there are various names. Brahmacharani, Ingradi, different names are there. So he says that this Kotra is also one of them. So she is the one who came. It seems she is naked in general. So Datya Upasya Kotri. So another name for her is Kotri. So if you apply Ap Pratyaya, it is Kotra. If you apply N, it is Kotri. So Anyatra Asya Sangya, it says elsewhere, she is referred by the name Kotari. And why she came, says Rirakshaya, Ririkshasya, with the intention to protect Banasura. So now what did Krishna do? Tata striyang mukho nagnam manirikshan gadagrajaha Banasya tavad virathas chinna dhanva vishatpuram. So when she came like that, then Krishna, he turned his face away, not looking at her. So did not wishing to look at her, he turned away the face. And when he did that, then Banasura got the opportunity, so he ran away and entered into his city. So Banasya Tavad Viratha, because he had no chariot. So therefore Chinna Dhanva and his bows were also broken, there is nobody there. So Avisat Puram. So he got the chance to run away from there. So Anirikshmana Striyang Mukho Babhuva. So while not looking at her, Krishna turned his face away. So now Shiva is doing something. In this he takes an opportunity. Vidravite bhutagane jvarastu trishra stripat abhyadhavat dasarham dahani vedishodasha. So when this happened, then fever, who is an associate of Shiva also, and Shiva is sleeping. So then this fever came to attack. This is fever personified. It's not some fever, but fever also has a personality. According to Ayurveda, all the diseases have a personality. And you can also worship certain deities to get rid of them. So this fever came. The fever, he has 3 heads and 3 legs and 6 arms. So you see, three, you hear only 2 legs, four legs, but 3 legs. They say that human beings, they are born with 2 legs. Then in the old days they become 3-legged because they get a stick to walk. And then after dying they get 4 legs. Become animal. Because they don't act like human beings. So from 2 to 3, 3 to 4. That's the situation with most human beings. All you are progressing in the number of legs. So he came and he ran towards Krishna to burn him. Because fever burns, he says, my body is burning with fever. Dahaniva disho dasha, as if it was burning all 10 directions. So this is the COVID attack, directly. Sath Narayano devas tam drishtva vishrujat charam jvaram maheshwaro vaishnavascha dhate jvaravabhav. So when Lord Sri Krishna saw this fever approaching him, then what did he do? So this is called Shiva Jvara. This is the fever of Shiva. Then Krishna also has his own Jvara, that is called Narayana Jvara. So he told his Narayana Jvara, he says, oh, go take care of this guy. So then Narayana Jvara came and these 2 fevers, they are fighting with each other. So they say that poison kills poison. So fever kills fever. So there was a big fight between the fevers. So jvarastu yodhum abhyadhavaditi shesha. So he says that this fever ran to fight with him. Jvara stripada trishra shadbhujo navalochana bhashma praharano rodra kalantaka yamopama. So he says that this Jvara of Shiva is described as having 3 feet, 3 head, 6 arms, 9 eyes. So means each face has got 3 eyes. And Bhasma Praharno Rodra. And his weapon is called Bhasma. Means it will make you turn into ashes. And he is very angry person, Kalantaka, Yamopama, he is like Yamraj. And what did Krishna release? Krishna's fever is called Shita Jvara. So Shiva Jvara is hot Jvara, hot fever. And Krishna's Narayana Jvara is cold fever. So this fever started shivering. When Narayana Jvara came, the Shiva Jvara started shaking out of cold. Like you go to some Himalayas. So it was so cold that his knees were shaking. Could not do anything. So Maheshwaraha samakrandan Vaishnavena balarditaha alabdha bhayamanyatra bhito Maheshwaro jvaraha Shranarthi Rishikesham Tushtava Pretanjali. So now what happened? That this Jvara of Shiva, he started crying bitterly because he could not tolerate the power of Narayana Jvara. Because if everything gets cold, what can you do? There is nothing. Your hands get cold, your legs get cold, your brain gets cold. Nothing. So alabdhva abhayam anyatra. So he ran here and there like Durvasa when he was attacked by Sudarshan Chakra. He ran to Brahma, he ran to Shiva, he ran to Indra, he ran everywhere. He ran even to Vishnu. Nobody could help him, he has to come back. So this fever also, when he was attacked by Narayana Jvara, he started running away. And he ran to everybody and everybody said, get lost here. Don't come here, don't come here. So he could not find any other shelter. So he came back to Krishna. and he fell at his feet. He says, Trahimam, Trahimam. Protect me, protect me. So Sharanarthi Hrishikesham Tushtava Pratanjali. And then he started reciting prayers to Krishna to please him with joined palms. He says, please forgive me. I did not know that you also have a fever. So Samakrandan Rudan Abhut. He started crying very bitterly. Anyatra abhayam labdhva iti swaswamin sambhorapi parshvam gatva tasya cha swarakshana samarthyam gyatva eva bhita pranto bhaktya bhumishto anjaliriyasase. So he could not find any shelter anywhere. He went even to Shiva. Shiva says, get lost, don't come to me, I cannot help you. So when he could not see any shelter anywhere, he came back to Krishna and fell in front of him and started praying to him. So the prayers which he recites are very nice, that we will read tomorrow. If there is any question on this. Anupam.
Baba, I have two questions. First is, could you please tell the derivational meaning of the word poetry or prosa in the dictionary? It said that it is made by the Dhatu poet.
I cannot hear you. Your voice is as if you are coming from well, like Kupkarna.
Is,
So come out of the well and speak.
is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know two things. One is, the first question is regarding this word poetry, the derivational meaning of the word poetry. So in the dictionary it is stated quote plus re plus quit. So the dhatu, I suppose, is quote, right?
There is a kot dhatu, there is no kot dhatu.
Okay, but quote, put, what is the meaning? Put dhatu, how can we apply the word poetry here in the put dhatu? Put dhatu, how can we apply it?
Kot dhatu I think means gati, I am not sure. Kotati, niskotati, niskut. Have you heard the word
Actually,
niskut? Niskut?
put dhatu in the dhatu kosh, it is written as put distress, to be distressed.
Yeah, so that's what it means. So she causes distress. Or she takes away distress depending on meanings you have to give once you know the dhatu.
So
There's a
put here. So two are written actually.
yeah, so one who takes away your distress is kotri. What is the problem? There is this prayer by Rupa Goswami, Radhe. That niskut word comes.
I'm just sorry, Babaji. Actually, it is koot actually. Koot ka prasad hai, koot, which means to be distressed, and put with small u, it means put for tille, and put with double ta.
Are kut hai yaar, why are you bringing double ta? Kutta double ta means to smash something. Like kuttana, like in Hindi say kuto, means make powder.
तो उसका अर्थ कौटिल्य के अर्थ में है, crooked, to be crooked.
Depends, that's why I'm saying. Once you know the dhatu, it is not fixed like that as you are thinking. With pratyaya this and that you can give meaning. I think kut also means gati arthak. Okay, next.
So next question is regarding this Shrimad Vishwanath Tripathi Thakur's commentary on verse number 22. Joras Tripad Trishira Shadbhujo Na Balochana Bhasma Praharno Rodra Kalantar Kaya Upama. So
Yamopama.
Yeah, Yamopama. So I do not understand after this word Balochana. And after that I could not understand the words.
Navalochana, Baba, what you are saying?
It is Navalochana. Okay.
Yeah. 9 eyes. He has 3 heads and 3 eyes. Shiva also has 3 eyes. It's called Trilochana. So if there are 3 into 3 is 9.
Okay, and Bhasma Praharano
Means
Kalanta.
Praharana is weapon. Bhagavad Gita Nana Shastra Praharanaha. So Bhasma is his weapon.
भस्म ही उनका प्रहरण का हेतु है और काल अंत तक यम उपमा तो काल के अंत का कारण है यम यम के जैसे उनकी उपमा दी जाती है
Okay.
ठीक है थैंक यू
Anything else? Okay.